their preference. They've never once says, I would prefer to have a woman who's more submissive.
The topic of submission only comes up on Red Pill Podcast.
No, it doesn't only come up on
Where
Red
else does
Pill
it come up?
Podcast. It's been on Dr. Phil.
What up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today, we are reacting to Andrew Wilson obliterating this male feminist argument. As you guys know, not only is Andrew the hoe destroyer, he's also the super simp destroyer. So we're going to watch this.
Thing to do with a dating podcast. I don't know how, guests being shown a submissive ex-girlfriend and saying, would you bow to your husband? Would you bow to your husband? That's not a dating podcast. That is promoting.
Okay, so Brian had a video of his ex-girlfriend bowing to him with like dinner. Okay.
Hatred of women and
Now this guy's crashing out. It's like they can't get this treatment from women, so they crash out when men get it.
misogyny as well. Female guests are pressured to reveal their body count and then mocked. If they don't reveal, they're interrogated until they reveal. Women with OnlyFans are moralized and told to quit. Male promiscuity is excused and celebrated. Women are asked about their peak looks, age, and questioned incessantly.
Oh no.
Segments like Man, Bear versus Woods mock women's very real fears about male violence, even though statistical realities are ignored and dismissed as irrational. The super chat roast, the guests love to shit on these women every chance they get. And on this show, feminism and women are blamed for most of men's problems.
Do you have a copy of that? I'd like to see it, the thing. Because you just shotgunned a bunch of points, and Andrew, you want to go?
You can have it.
One by one?
I also have peer-reviewed studies if you want those too.
Yeah, if you have any, especially if they have a meta-analysis, I'd like to see them.
And just to be, before you give your response, Andrew, my understanding here for the debate was primarily going to be about feminism, not specific criticisms of the.
Well, I mean, this is.
The prompts were about manosphere and red pill.
Yeah, so this is. I'm actually fine with this, right? So, why it's not really a dating podcast, whether women should be submissive, why, I don't understand. Why would that not be relational to dating?
What does submission have to do with dating?
Well, because dating.
These guys, here's the thing, these guys can't get women. And so this is their strategy. It's to be, white knight for women to get laid. And sometimes it works. Look at Destiny. It's a good strategy.
Especially on a dating show, you would be significantly talking about people's preferences when it came to the social experiences they're having with the opposite sex.
You're not talking about your preferences. You're talking about their preferences. Because when you talk about submission, you're talking about from your worldview, women should be submissive.
Okay, but from their worldview, they could also have maybe a counter to that why they shouldn't, or also a lot of them say yes they should. So the idea here for submission, especially, would be
We don't care what women say here. We can say damn near anything.
See how that's not dating related.
I don't know how submission comes up on any sort of date. I don't know if you've ever been on a date in the last 20 years.
It's an action. It's not really a conversational topic generally.
Okay, so if I ask you, what type of woman do you want? And you go through the traits and you say, I'd also like a submissive woman. Does that make sense to say as a trait?
Sure, I don't know many people that would just offer that up as one of the first things they want in a woman, but maybe those are the people you hang out with.
Who said it's the first? If I'm asking,
if you ask somebody,
if I'm asking what's your dynamic, and one of the answers is a submissive woman.
Yeah,
that comes up all the time for men in dating.
Okay, in your circles, perhaps.
I mean, no, just in. Well, how many?
Andrew, I don't know about like first dates if that generally is going to come up. I mean, guys just kind of look to see if you do it and stick around if you do, I would say. It's not like something stated, because women, we could say anything. It doesn't mean we mean it.
Dating podcast sample sizes do you have here?
I'm on a dating podcast. I made one. I listen to a lot of your shows. I listen to a lot of everything that's out there.
Oh my gosh. I think he's just online a lot.
I don't understand. Any of the dating podcasts that come up when you ask men their preference, they've never once says, I would prefer to have a woman who's more submissive.
The topic of submission only comes up on Red Pill Podcast.
No, it doesn't only come up on
Where else does it come up?
It's been on Dr. Phil. It's been everywhere.
Dr. Phil talks about submission every episode. Every episode?
I didn't say every episode.
Well, that's what we're talking about here.
Is he doing a dating podcast?
Oh my gosh. It's just tone policing. Like, what are you, a woman? Women are the ones that tone police, not men.
Don't mention
So,
Dr. Phil as a dating
is
show
he
then.
doing-
Don't mention
You
Dr. Phil as
asked
a
where
dating
else
show.
it's
That's not a
mentioned.
dating show.
You asked where else it's
Dr. Phil
mentioned.
as a dating show. That
Yeah.
is not a dating
Yeah,
show.
so in any case, any of the dating podcasts that I've seen, it's a very common answer to say that they want to
Name
submissive
another
woman.
dating podcast.
And here's the other thing to dive into this.
Name another dating
Here's
podcast,
the other thing
though.
to dive into this.
Well, you got to name another dating podcast.
Okay, Fresh
besides
and
Dr.
Fit
Phil.
happens there all the
Red
time.
pill content. Exactly, as I
well,
said.
Okay, so when you're talking about a dating podcast, what do you mean by that?
Something a little less, I don't know, misogynistic, perhaps.
What does that mean, though?
I've already explained it to you and defined
If
it.
any man has a dating podcast, is it red pill or
I have a dating
misogynistic?
podcast and it's not misogynistic.
I see. And let me ask you a question.
You're doing it the wrong way. Do it my way. These simps.
What kind of questions do you ask on your dating podcast?
I asked them what are their priorities in a man. I asked them, do you have advice for men in
And
dating?
how many men have you had on?
Zero. It's called Women on Men.
Oh, I see. So you're a misandrist?
Absolutely not.
Well, I don't understand. Why don't you want a man's opinion?
Because I want to ask women specifically. That has nothing. Misandry involves hate, and I don't hate men.
Oh, okay, I got it. So you only have on women,
Correct.
and you don't ask them when you ask them about preferences.
Yeah.
Right. Do they say that they want things like assertive men?
No.
Do they say that they want less assertive men?
I give them a list of 10 traits and say rank these between your top 3 and your bottom 3.
Okay, so you're giving them the answers,
I'm not giving them the answers. They take a lot of time to think about it.
but you just said you gave them 10 traits.
Yeah, that's not the answers. Those are options.
Yeah, that's answers that are options you can choose from. So multiple choice.
That's not answers.
Yes, it's answers.
Okay, they're answers, Andrew.
Yeah,
If that
you
makes
gave them
happy.
10 answers and say choose from
And
these.
then they sort them. Yeah, but that doesn't mean
Yes,
that's their
so
answers.
you're making them choose from answers that you.
Yeah, I mean, his first mistake is listening to what women say. We could say anything. What we do is another thing.
Give them.
Okay,
So you're
okay.
literally feeding them their answers,
Yeah,
and
feeding them
then
their
they choose
answers.
them.
Yep. And they don't come and say, "Man, I wish you would have had this on
Well,
the
how
list." because
come?
it
How,
covers
why is it then? Well, how long have you been doing it?
Can we get back to?
no,
can we get back to misogynistic podcasts?
If it is the case,
Can
that,
we get back to
and we are,
misogynistic
and if
podcasts?
it
No,
is
we're
the
not.
case that it is your criticism.
Can we get back to misogynistic?
If you're gonna have
podcasts?
criticisms for whatever, I'm gonna have criticism for your podcast.
You haven't even listened to it, so don't
Bro,
talk about it.
Do I need to?
Pull it up and
I
listen
can
to
listen
it.
to it from you.
Go ahead, pull it up on YouTube.
I can listen to it. From
Go ahead
you.
and pull it up on YouTube. You have not
Did-
watched my podcast,
okay,
so
did
don't
you-
sit here. We're not
did
going to
you-
critique my
did-
podcast.
why not?
Because you haven't even watched it.
Let's watch it.
Go ahead, pull it up.
So if we pull
got
up your
45
podcast
minutes,
right now, I can take a
45
look?
minutes, 45 minutes put on 2
Yeah,
times
yeah.
speed, and then we can critique my podcast.
yeah.
But until then, tell me about another
Yeah.
non-misogynistic red pill podcast.
Well, I don't think any of those are misogynistic podcasts.
Yeah, of course not.
You got to demonstrate that they actually hate these women.
By their actions, by the things, everything that's happening right there.
Yeah. So let's go through some more of these.
When Myron Gaines has a college table that says women deserve less, you don't think that's a little misogynistic?
Is that during his podcast?
Well, you could say that I deserve less money. You know, like if I'm overpaid, you could say that person doesn't deserve what they have. People talk about other people not deserving what they have all the time, not just women. I mean, how many times does a guy get a promotion and, you know, his competitor doesn't think he deserved it? They don't deserve a deal. These men got to stop shielding women from the real world.
He is one of the red pill content creators
I thought,
that we're talking
I had
about.
to be a podcast.
Dude,
I thought it had to be a podcast.
Can you
now
act
it
like an
doesn't
adult?
have to be a
Can you
podcast.
act like an adult? That is the most childish thing
How
I've
is
ever
it?
seen in my whole
That's
life.
you put you gave me the criteria.
The criteria is the content creators,
Oh, it's the
including Myron
content.
Gaines. Yes,
Got it,
I've always
got
said
it.
that.
So
Nothing's changed
so
in my
as
statement.
we're talking about dating podcasts, or
Correct.
the idea of dating.
Correct.
Is it also possible there's just not that many?
Yeah, there's not a lot of red pill podcasts. The
No,
main
no,
ones,
just dating podcasts.
there's a ton of dating podcasts.
Okay, name some.
Mine.
Name some other ones.
There's a guy named Man We're in Trouble. There's EV Edit. There's
Evie.
There are a lot of dating podcasts, to be fair. There's a lot of dating podcasts. I don't know their names because they're all these like female garbage, you know, but yeah, there's a ton.
He edits a dating podcast.
yeah, she talks about dating and men and
Is
women.
it a dating podcast though?
Yes.
So they
If
have.
this isn't a dating
so
podcast.
So hang on. So they have.
This isn't a dating
hang on,
podcast.
So on EV Edit, they
Yeah.
have every single time they come on, they have multitudes of people on with them, and all they talk
I didn't
about
necessarily
is.
say they have guests. I'm not talking about the format. I'm saying
Oh.
that's what the content that comes up is men and women, and this is not a dating podcast that we're currently
So you're
on.
just talking about, for you, a dating podcast, just anybody who's talking about dating.
This is not a dating podcast that we're currently on.
Well, prove it.
I just did.
How? Let's go through more.
You want me to read them? So here, why don't we do the first one?
I
Whether
mean-
women should be submissive. I don't
I don't understand
How would that
again.
not
How would that
relate-
not be? Yeah, actually,
relate
how
to
would
your,
that not be a decent question to ask for dating. I don't get
Do
it.
you ask that on your first dates?
What, if a woman would be submissive?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly, because it's not a dating question.
Why would that? Wait, hang on. Let's back up. Let's assume for a second that anything that I would ask a woman on the first date isn't something you would ask a
action.
woman on the first date. What does that
It's an action, not a question.
prove?
I'm saying the things you guys do. How, do you think you're
Yeah,
going to
no,
look
can you
better in 10
answer-
years? Do you think you're
my
going to look
gosh,
better in
they're
10
not going to sleep with you, bro. Just let it go.
years? Is that something you asked on the
Answer
date?
my question.
What's your body count?
Can
Do
you
you ask that
answer-
on the first
can you-
date?
can you answer my
Do you
question?
ask what's a body count
Can
on the
you-
first date?
Yeah, but guys, again, it's an action. So men just observe your behavior to see.
Before you start shotgunning,
Yeah, you have different questions.
Before you
You
start
have different
shotgunning
questions.
questions,
You have
just-
different questions.
I'll never answer one of yours if you never answer one of mine.
Go ahead, Andrew.
So here we go again. What does it actually prove? What does it prove that if I asked a whole sequence of different questions from you on my first date, what does that prove?
Yeah, you're not asking these questions on your first
Can you
date.
answer my question?
just did.
What does it prove?
It proves that you're not asking these questions
So
on
it
your
doesn't
first
prove
date.
All right. Yeah, that's Andrew. That not only the hoe destroyer, but the simp destroyer. Again, what you'll see is these men are acting like women and they're behaving like women because they're tone policing men for what women want. And it's a decent strategy for men that can't get laid on the merit. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like the video. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, and I'll see you next time.